In this video, we're going to hear from Nick Austin. He's going to set the record straight on a number of items about Carlton, trade period, draft period, strategy, and the like. So this interview came out during the draft combine over the weekend via Carlton Media. And I think it's important to note what's been said here because we don't get too much given to us via the club, and naturally so, because the list managers have a job to do. You don't want to be revealing your hand as to what your strategy is. But interesting to note some points here. The first one was around Nick Haynes and the acquisition and what it's going to mean.
Yeah, we're looking forward to welcoming Nick into the fold. He's a very versatile player. Played a variety of roles behind the ball and even rolling back from the wing. So we're looking forward to getting him in. It's been very durable the last few years. With Marchie going out, Nick will come into that role and provide some flexibility and a bit of versatility behind the footy.
Interesting to note, the Caleb Marchbank reference. I think we're all on the same page there. Marchie's gone. Bringing a guy like Nick Haynes with his experience. Also interesting to note, his durability was a factor in that decision as well. The next item was around our strategy as a whole, and this is what Nick had to say.
Yeah, look, it's a really strong draft, and you guys have seen a lot of the kids the last few days as well, and very even draft, but we're looking forward to getting stuck right into that. We feel like our first pick's in a really good spot. Very even group, but also positions of need for our footy club, so we'll get stuck in and do the work, and we think we're going to get some pretty good players.
So again, I mean, you're not going to expect him to say everything, but it does seem like there is a focus on the draft this year, a heavy focus on the draft this year. And if opportunities present themselves for a good deal, then they'll take it. The other point as well was around our future first round picks being on the table.
Yeah, for sure. Like all our future picks are on the table. We're looking to improve our hand this year, not only for the draft, to potentially provide some flexibility at trade time. So we'll see how we go and get to work. But yeah, the priority is to strengthen up our draft hand for 2024 as best we can.
So it seems like we're wanting to get into this draft, but we're also dangling our future picks. And that's where the trades will come from. And for clubs like us who, I mean, let's be honest, we're ready to win now. I mean, we can. We're in the window. We've got an ability to win the whole thing, or so we think we do. I think we do. I think the club think we can and we do. So it gives us a new mechanism to make these deals and make these acquisitions. Following that was the question around Dan Houston, the one that's on everyone's lips.
Yeah, look, Dan's a very good player. He's clearly had a good couple of seasons at the level and contracted player at Port Adelaide, as you said, and there's a fair bit to work through there. So we'll head into the trade period with an open mind and just see where it takes us. But yeah, we'll see how we go with that one.
So, I mean, look, we're in a little bit of I don't know if we're in a bidding war, but there is a pretty clear position from Port Adelaide as to what they want for Dan Houston. It would seem there is a position on our end as to what we would be willing to give up. There is a reality where we get the job done and we bring him into the club. There is also just as much a reality where he doesn't come to Carlton. And I think everyone is okay with that, given the conversations that we've had around the draft this year, given conversations I've had with Pommy and what we know about the draft this year. And so I think that leaves us in a spot where priority is the draft and a good deal. Nick Haynes, good deal. I know that Membry's just come up as a potential name. I don't know how serious that is. That's just a report from Sam Edmund and how there was interest last year and potentially this year as well. He did say it was more unlikely than likely, but interest there nonetheless. So that's a curious one. The next item was around Matt Kennedy and just the honest conversations that were had around him and his role and what we wanted to do looking forward.
Yeah, look, Matty, we had a really mature conversation with him during his exit interview. He wants more midfield opportunity. Clearly, he's played a lot of football for us in a variety of roles. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll go into the trade period again and see where that takes us. But he's a much loved player in our footy club. He plays a variety of roles for us, and yeah, we'll see how we go.
Now, I was at the BNF last night, and Kennedy received the Best Clubman Award. So a fascinating situation. It could be a video on its own. He's obviously highly respected within the club and obviously demonstrates the values that are important. But at the same time, there's an honest conversation around his football and the position that he wants to play and the position that we're offering him in the side. So let's see where that one lands Lewis Young was also a topic of conversation and around him and his career and what he wants to do.
Yeah, very similar to Matty. Like, Lewis is at an age now where he wants to play more AFL football, and he's dominated at VFL for a long time and done quite a good job when he's coming to our team. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. Again, he's a contracted player and he provides a lot of versatility for us and he's a good backup for what we've got down there.
Then there's the question of Matt Owies, Jack Carroll and Sam Durden.
Yeah, obviously list spots are tight and we need some flexibility going into the trade period, which we've created, we feel. We've got some young players coming through like Ashton Moyer, Cooper Law, Jackson Binns, who got a taste last year, even young Billy Wilson, who we haven't seen yet at senior level. So we've got to create a pathway for those guys to get some opportunity. It's exciting to have, we're going to have a minimum of 4 picks in the national draft. So adding some more young talent to that group is really exciting for our footy club, and we hopefully can bring in some guys that can help us and set the future up.
So there you go. It looks like there's youth coming in, there's list flexibility that's needed potentially, and it looks like a serious update. It looks like we're getting serious about the list, making some tough calls, interesting updates. It was good to see. I think we'll use this as a foundation for the trade period now. So, it starts today, Monday the 7th of October, 2024, or whenever you're watching this video, and we'll see how we go. What do you think about some of these comments? What piques your interest? Obviously, he's not going to be saying absolutely everything that's in his head, but I think he did say enough. I think we get a bit of an indication as to what's important, what's valued, and we'll go from there. Chat to you soon.